Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with gym rats basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the Edge program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball, so I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me, so I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels, we did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to this edition of High School Girls Basketball here on SummitCitySports.com. I'm Thad Goff. Ada North is my camera operator, and we are here at Mahoney Arena on the campus of Northside High School. The homestanding Legends getting set to take on the Knights of Bishop Luers. There are some connections, or at least one connection between these two schools. I'll talk about that a little bit later on. Right now, Northside is trying to get their first victory of the season, 0-8 coming into play today. Head coach Michael Wallace has a lot of coaching experience under his belt. He's a Northside graduate. He played for Bahia. Of course, Bahia is who this very gymnasium is named after. Bahia was a very successful head coach for the Northside boys team and also a graduate of Concordia High School. So you might say that Fort Wayne basketball was very close to Bahia, part of his DNA perhaps, or at least he made it a part of his DNA. He, of course, passed away, I believe it was 2 years ago. But Michael Wallace played under Bahia. He's got a lot of experience coaching at the AAU level and even was an assistant coach on Mark Redding's staff over at Carroll. And, you know, even when I interviewed him after he took the head coaching job at Northside and after he had already left Carroll, he had a lot of good things to say about that program, even going on to say, I believe it was, they're going to be good for several years to come down the road. And, you know, Mark Redding has been very successful just about everywhere he's coached, including Carroll. And Michael Wallace trying to bring some of that success to Northside High School. It's been a while since Northside has had a regular season where they finished over 500. The last time they did that was a 2003-2004 season. Katie Jackson was the head coach. Of course, Katie Jackson is now the head coach at Northrop. And Northrop's off to a pretty good start this year. Had their opener against Concordia, and they played great, tenacious defense against the Cadets. And you might say they ran the Cadets out of that building. They won in blowout fashion. Now, this Luers team is known for, you could say they're known for a lot of things, but one of the things that they're known for is winning championships, particularly state championships. They didn't win one last year, but they have won 6 state championships in the history of the school, including 3 under Gary Andrews. And Gary Andrews is the one of the connections, at least one of the connections that I was talking about earlier. He was the girls' head coach at Luers. He's now the boys' head coach here at Northside. His boys' team is over at DeKalb. They're trying to get their first win of the season as well. But they got a lot of talent, that Northside team does. This Northside girls' team trying to get their first win of the season. And Bishop Luers has also won state championships under Terry Roshinsky and also Denny Rainier. Mark Pixley has not yet won a state championship. He's the current head coach at Luers, but he's been very successful in his time with the program. 92-79 overall. This is his 8th year with the program. They're 6-3 overall this season. The Knights had suffered back-to-back losses against opponents from the Northeast 8 Conference. Columbia City and Huntington North both took them down in a span of about 5 days. But their most recent game was last night, and Luers was able to bounce back from those losses by going on the road and knocking off Lakewood Park Christian over in Auburn, Indiana, not too far from here. And now they're back on the road taking on Northside. Not too far a drive for Bishop Luers. Obviously, they're right here in Fort Wayne. They just had to drive to the other side of town. Had to drive all the way down Clinton Street to get here. I'd say it's about maybe a 10-minute drive. Had to go past Southside High School on the way to get here. And, of course, everybody in this area knows what big rivals Southside and Northside are. Luers has some of their own rivalry with Southside. They're right down the road from Southside. But more on Southside later. It looks like we're going to have the national anthem and the starting lineups announced here in just a matter of moments. You are watching high school girls basketball on SummitCitySports.com. Well, with that, we are ready for basketball here at Bahia Arena. Northside taking on Bishop Luers, and it's worth mentioning, Luers does have a fairly thin bench tonight. Only 2 available backups at this point. Maggie Parent and Jada Bright are both out, I believe, with concussions. And talking to Mark Pixley just before the game, and also Molly McAllister and Addie Schenk are not available either. So that's 4 bench players that the Knights will not have at their disposal tonight. That's Zara Nokor set to tip it off for the Legends rather, and she wins the tip. Northside gets the opening possession. You get a couple of screens. That's Nokor who comes up to help set it. A high pass corralled by Anaya Woodson. Inside to Nokor, left it short, gets her own rebound, and she's fouled on the second try. Michael Wallace bring in the all the players except for Zara Nokor over toward the bench as they set up their defense, perhaps even set up the play should the Legends get the offensive rebound on the second free throw. Nokor is able to knock down the first one. Some other games going on Summit City Sports tonight. We got Southside at Snyder, and we've also got Blackhawk Christian versus New Haven boys. That's set to start about 7 o'clock, 7:15 right around that time, as the second free throw is no good. Anna Parent with it the other way. She's one of the top scorers on this Luers team. It's a Luers team that went 9-12 a year ago, looking to get back over 500 by the time this year's all said and done. They're over 500 right now. That shot is missed, and Nokor has the rebound. And Woodson will bring this one the other way. Jumper by Page is good off the glass. Jelia Page finds an open bank on a Friday night. Drive to the basket, Parent, too strong. And Nokor has the rebound. And now the Legends look to bring this one the other way as Kendall Tyree starts the ball movement. Nokor on the inside, count it, and a foul. A great start for the Legends. They're up 5-0. And now Nokor with a chance at a three-point play. And the free throw is good. It's a 6-0 lead for the Legends. Late feed on the inside. They get it to Zimmerman, and Zimmerman gets fouled.
Foul number 2, her first, team's first.
At the free throw line is Zimmerman, and she's able to hit the first free throw. Only one of those free throws good, as Anna Zimmerman is first to crack the scoreboard for Luers. They swing that one over for Kendall Tyree. And a foul is called on the interiors. They get the ball to Page. Northside opened up this game with a 6-0 run. Luers has yet to score from the field. Here's a drive to the basket. That's Woodson, and Woodson couldn't knock it down. Zimmerman comes down with the board, and here come the Knights. Knights looking to make it back-to-back possessions with a basket as Parent drives into the lane, looking to go to work against Woodson, and Parent, I believe, was the one who got fouled. She'll have a couple of free throws coming up.
Foul number 10, her first, team's second.
Foul is called on Jelia Page. 6:10 to go here in the first quarter. And Parent short on the free throw. Anna Zimmerman went 1 for 2 on her trip to the free throw line last time Luers had the ball. Parent gets one. She's on the board. One of a couple of players for Luers averaging double figures. Knights come in with the 2-3 zone here. Cross-court pass. That one's caught by Kiara Smith. Nokor was fouled. One of the Luers players said, we got to stop reaching. Long inbound. That one goes into the backcourt. It is recovered. That's Kendall Tyree. Shot off the glass. It's good. Jelia Page comes down with the bucket rather. She's up to 4 points for the game, and then traveling is called. Lob. They work this one around to Smith. Her shot misses the glass. Misses the basket, I should say. It was off glass, and here comes Parent the other way. Parent dribbles inside, and she gets fouled.
Foul on number 11, her first team's third.
That inbound goes to Parent. Parent leaning in. Her shot is too strong. And a putback is good. That might have been Parent. And it was Parent who got the shot. She's up to 3 for the game. Floater on the other side of the court, and that shot is good. Kendall Tyree. Parent steps inside the three-point line and dreams a jumper. And a whistle is blown, and that's going to be a timeout. A timeout taken, I think, by Northside. Nope, it was taken by Luers. That's their first timeout. We'll take one right along with them here on SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help. With their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA.
10-6 in favor of Northside on their home court. Trying to knock off a Bishop Luers team that comes in at 6-3 overall. That's a catch and shoot by Page, and it wouldn't go off the glass. Luers comes back the other way. This is Parent. Feeds that one over to Tasia Cheney. Cheney, the floater, off glass. Parent went for the rebound, and then it's out of bounds. Last touched by Tyree. Kendall Tyree, the last to touch it, and Luers will take over. Trailing by 4. A catch and shoot from the corner. It's good. A 3-ball for Reese Rodenhamel. Catch and shoot from the other side of the floor. That was Tyree with the miss, but an offensive rebound pulled down by Tierney Hoskins. And that's going to be traveling called as Page went with the dribble penetration. I think they're saying that last bucket was a 2. It looked like a 3 at first from Rodenhamel, but apparently she had a foot on the line. Right now the scoreboard reads 10-8. We got 3:21 to go. Little shot fake there by Ruthie Burton. And here's Parent on the drive, gets into the paint, got it. Tough shot by Anna Parent. This game is tied. Woodson looking to go baseline, floats it to the top of the key. And that pass is nearly stolen, and it might be a turnover in the end. That's a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to give it to Luers. Cecilia Irick across the timeline, gets the pass to Rodenhamel. Rodenhamel on the drive, block from behind. That's a foul, though. Looked like a clean block at first, but it's going to send Reese Rodenhamel to the free throw line. Free throw is good for Rodenhamel. And Luers takes its first lead of the game. Rodenhamel up to 4 points. She becomes the leading scorer for the Knights in this particular game, that is, and couldn't get the second one. I don't believe Luers has gone 2 for 2 from the stripe tonight at any point. A cross-court pass, and that one is headed toward the sideline, but taken over by Rodenhamel as Northside had a chance to take the lead. There's a catch and shoot from the corner. That shot no good. Putback is good, and a foul. Reese Rodenhamel. And now we're going to get a timeout. It's a full timeout called by the Legends. Oops. Timeout was called by the Legends, not by the Knights. So we'll be right back after this break here on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Bunch of skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
This is Reese Rodenhamel at the free throw line for Luers. She's able to knock it down. That'll give Luers a 14-point lead. Rodenhamel up to 7 points for the game. She had just completed a 3-point play, and Northside, I believe, Luers is on an 8-0 run. And a timeout taken by Northside. Well, Northside started off this game scoring the game's first 6 points. But Bishop Luers has found something lately. They were able to force a turnover last time Northside had the ball, and they turned that turnover into a 3-point play. A lot of the good teams in the area are good at doing that as we check in on some of the other scores in the area. Looks like Snyder is leading Southside, and they are. Looks like 17-10 is the score over at Snyder High School. We're not too far from there. There's a pull-up jumper. That one doesn't go. That was Tyree with the miss, and it's out of bounds. Well, right now, Mark Pixley having some words with the official. Not sure, couldn't quite tell what he was trying to ask the official, but either way, they're saying it was off of Luers before the ball went out. So Northside takes over, and I think that's what Coach Pixley was upset about. He thought it should have been Luers basketball off the miss. That ball's knocked away. It goes out of bounds, and this is going to be Northside ball. That one looked fairly obvious. Do apologize for some technical difficulties as you're watching this game. We do have Luers leading 14-10. Little shot fake there by Davis. Bringing it back to the top of the key is Kendall Tyree. Tyree swings that one over. Nokor with the cross-court pass. Will fake by Hoskins. There's a catch and shoot from downtown, but that's an air ball. It misses just about everything. And this ball will go out of bounds. So Luers will take over, leading by 4. They've scored the last 8 points. Northside started out with a 6-0 lead. Northside trying to get their first win of the season. There's a pull-up jumper that misses the rim. Shot taken by Anna Zimmerman. And now Northside comes the other way. And that's a turnover. Turned right back over. Tyree picks up the ball, and then she turns it over. And traveling is the call. It's going right back to Northside. Several turnovers in a row. Long inbound. They get this one into Hoskins. Hoskins with a long pass over to Tyree. And that shot at the buzzer, no good. It remains 14-10 as we will go to the second quarter. Knights lead the Legends 14-10. We're back after this on SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, equal.
Start of the second quarter here on SummitCitySports.com. Luers right now leads over Northside. It will be Northside who gets the basketball to start the second quarter. They scored the game's first 6 points, but since then, Luers has gone on a bit of a run. They've actually scored the last 8 points. That shot looked like it was contested. Woodson had the rebound, gets it back, chases it down, and throws it away. Zimmerman was the one who came up with it. Now here comes Luers. This is Anna Parent. She looks to drive inside. And that's going to be traveling. It's going the other way. Snyder now up 24-10 over Southside. And, of course, Northside and Southside are huge rivals. I believe the football rivalry has been going on for over 90 years. I know at least one coach who's been part of the basketball rivalry on both sides. That's Michael Novell, coached the boys team at Northside and then went on to coach the boys team at Southside. As that ball goes into the backcourt, apparently was tipped, so no over and back, and this is going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow will give it to Luers. The feed inside, that's Zimmerman against the double team. Feeds it back out to Anna Parent. Parent will back it out. Fake the catch and shoot. This is Zimmerman. Gets it inside to Parent. Parent left all alone. She scores. Five points for Anna Parent. As Northside's lead is up to 6. They've scored the last 10 points. Smith was open. Now feeds it late. That shot by Nakor is off. Zimmerman, step back jumper. No. Kendall Tyree will bring it back down the floor. Will crossover dribble. Get it back outside to Page. Page is double teamed. That's a catch and shoot by Tyree, and she missed the three. Drive to the basket. Rodenhamel got it. And officials' timeout is called. The basket's going to count. Right now they're checking on Zara Nakor. She seems to be okay. Pass is knocked away, but recovered. That was number 3, Kaylee Williams. Little shot fake. Here's Page off the glass, too strong off the glass. Page gets her own rebound. Floater in the paint, that's too strong. And Anna Parent comes down with the rebound. Parent trying to get into the paint. She does get into the paint. Her left-handed shot wouldn't fall. Parent went after the rebound, it looked like, but she knocked it out, and now Parent is down on the court. And this will be an injury timeout, or will it? Parent is up on her feet. And it appears as though she's okay. I think she's going to try and stay in this game. There's a crossover by Davis. That's knocked away, and this ball will go out of bounds. Ball's put in play to Kendall Tyree. And that's taken away. Zimmerman with the turnover. Back down the floor comes Celia Eyrick. She hands that one off to Burton. Ruthie Burton guarded pretty well by Tyree, and that's going to be a foul. They call it on Tyree. Michael Wallace not happy with the call. And now Wallace getting his players set. as the ball is inbounded to Irick. Irick finds Burton. Burton feeds it inside. Wide open was Zimmerman, but she couldn't get it to fall. We've had a grand total of 4 points scored in this second half. That's going to be traveling. The three will not count. Kendall Tyree made the three, but apparently took a few too many steps with the basketball. And Michael Wallace trying to make sure somebody's there to guard Lillian Werman. Werman is one of the few available players off the bench for Luers. Stepping inside is Zimmerman. That might have been blocked. Either way, it's rebounded by Williams and just barely recovered by Hoskins. That's barely recovered. Backing out is Page, and Page had it knocked away. There to recover was Williams. Floater in the paint too strong. That shot taken by Zaira Davis. There's Irick across the timeline, feeds it to Zimmerman. Zimmerman too strong. That's knocked away, and Davis comes up with it. It's going to be a jump ball. That should give it to Northside, and it will. 2:52 to go here in this second quarter. We'll have more basketball for you tomorrow on SummitCitySports.com at 2:30. Southside will be taking on South Bend, Washington. Entry pass inside. That's Nakor. Nakor against the double team. Kicks it back outside. And that one gets away. Down the paint goes Ruthie Burton leaning in, and that's a foul. On the shot, it'll send Burton to the free throw line. I mentioned we've had a grand total of 4 points scored here in this second quarter. All of those points have been scored by Luers. This is Ruthie Burton at the free throw line. Second free throw good. Ruthie Burton is on the board for the first time in this game. Over to Davis. Davis, entry pass inside. That's Nakor, and she couldn't get it to fall. Parent looking to feed it inside. Drives to the basket. Late feed, and that ball's knocked away. Last touched apparently by Northside. Wide open three. That's Rodenhamel. Off the mark. Putback is good. I think that was Cecilia Irick who got the bucket there. I think we had a foul there on Northside, so it's going the other way. Parent out at the top of the key. They get it inside, and that's going to be a foul. Rodenhamel at the free throw line. That free throw rims out. Second free throw is good. So we approach the final minute of the first half. Northside has yet to score in this second half. They did score the game's first 6 points. But after Northside took a 10-6 lead, Luers has scored the game's last 18 points. Tyree trying to get to the basket. She's one of the top scorers for Northside coming into this game. Now, Northside doesn't have any players averaging double figures just yet. There's Tyree with a good look from the wing. Her three is off the mark. Again, apologies for this lagging, it's technical difficulties that we're dealing with. Seeing if there's a way to get that fixed. That ball is knocked away. Diving to the floor is Reese Rodenhamel. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to keep it with Luers. That's a good look off the inbound, and Lillian Werman couldn't knock it down. Putback is no good. Second putback is good. That's Anna Zimmerman. Drive to the basket. Feed that one back outside. Here's Davis. That three is blocked to end the half. Anna Zimmerman swats it away. 24-10. As Bishop Luers has the lead at halftime, and we're going to go ahead and get an award from some of our sponsors before we go any further. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions and enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, and reliable. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. You're invited to join ProFed Credit Union, where we get to know you to better serve you. Sign up online in 5 minutes or stop by a branch, join ProFed today, and start owning your financial future at profedcu.org. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com to learn more. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area. From ages 5 to 18, our players are equipped with elite-level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. A system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. iCryo specializes in whole-body cryotherapy, body sculpting, cryofacials, infrared sauna, and compression therapy services. Check out Jalen Smith's signature location on Coliseum Boulevard by Blaze Pizza in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Are you ready to do what it takes to put your past behind you, whether it's expunging your criminal record or helping to get your driver's license reinstated? Jolie Law Firm is your answer. You can reach them at 260-426-0242 or via email at attorneydavidjolie@msn.com. That's Joley is how the name Jolie is spelled. Scioka Cleaning and Restoration provides top-notch commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. Visit them online at sciokas.com or call them at 260-483-2112. And if you happen to have a child, or if you are a child who is interested in developing his or her basketball skills, check out the Always 100 Holiday Hoops Basketball Development Camp. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense. Morning sessions last for 4 days from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., that is. Evening sessions last 4 days from 4 to 6 p.m. Each session is $50. For all 8 sessions, you can pay $90. It goes from Monday, December 20th through Thursday, December 23rd. You can register at always100basketball.com. And for any additional questions, contact Always 100 at 260-446-3251. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more about our services by logging on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. We are at halftime. Luers held Northside scoreless in the second quarter. They now lead at 24-10 after Northside took a 6-0 lead to start the game. Luers has now scored the last 20 points. We're back after this break here on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Jim Rat's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the Edge program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my
We begin the second half with Luers leading Northside 24-10. This is no core. Brings it across the timeline for Northside. Spinning inside, that was Kaylee Williams, and she couldn't get the shot to go. Might have been fouled in the process, though. That free throw is good, and Northside gets the first points of the second half. Both free throws are good for Woodson. Northside cuts into the deficit. They get the first points of the second half, but they did not score any points in the second quarter. Parent wasn't ready for that pass. And here comes Woodson the other way. She has it knocked away, but it was touched last by Anna Parent. Well, Northside is well within striking distance here, despite the fact that they were held scoreless for the entire second quarter. Down 12, this game could look a lot different. They did hold Luers to just 10 points in that second quarter, Northside did. Little screen set at the top of the key by Nakor. And here's Davis. That's a catch-and-shoot three by Tyree, but it's off the mark. Rodenhall with the rebound, and now Luers looks to come the other way as Parent kind of crosses up Zaira Davis. Parent gets to the paint, puts it up off glass. It's good. That's the first field goal of the second half for either team, and Anna Parent makes it a 14-point game. I believe Anna Parent's up to 7 points for the game. Floater wouldn't fall, but free throws are coming as Anna Parent will go to the line. This is Woodson again at the free throw line. She went 2 for 2 last time, but that won't be happening here, and I guess you can chalk that up to the announcer jinx if you believe in that kind of stuff. But the second one is good. Irick gets it inside. A little floater on the baseline. That's too strong. Offensive board by Parent. Putback is good and a foul. Erin Parent doing some work on that offensive glass. And she stretches it out to a 15-point lead. Parent, I believe, is up to 9 points for the game. Free throw with a little friendly bounce. And Luers makes it a 16-point game, just barely across the timeline with Zaira Davis. She feeds it over to Woodson. Woodson with the jumper, got it. First field goal of the second half for the Legends, and Woodson is the one who comes up with it. Northside's down 14. Dribble to the right, and that shot would not fall. And that's dribbled out of bounds. Northside takes over. That was Ruthie Burton who went after the ball. Over to Davis. Davis swings that one out, gets it to Woodson. Long pass taken away, that's Parent. Parent trying to get to the bucket, and she got it. A little friendly shooter's roll, but Anna Parent knocks it down. Anna Parent with her defense turning into offense is a big reason as to why Luers has what is now a 16-point lead. That's an empty possession, and here comes Parent the other way. It was Zimmerman who got the rebound. Baseline drive. That's Burton taken away. Zaira Davis comes up with a takeaway for Northside. She backs it out, tries to feed it inside. That ball's knocked away. Nakor is there trying to rip it away. That's a jump ball. Sessionero gives it to Luers. Next jump ball will give it to Northside as Parent spins around, drives inside with the right, got it. Anna Parent with another great move to the basket, and Luers is pouring it on. That's 14 points. There's a swing pass over to Tyree. Tyree gets fouled. Called the foul on Keegan Gatchell. She's a sophomore. Fake the catch and shoot. That was Woodson. Feeds it over to Davis. Pull-up jumper. That one wouldn't fall. Zimmerman's there for the board. An immediate contest by Jalea Page. And now here's Parent bringing it across the timeline for Luers. Luers slows down. That three is blocked, but thrown right back into the hands of Gatchell. Gatchell couldn't hit the shot, and then Nakor rips away the board. Here's Tyree coming back the other way for Northside. Tyree backing it out as we approach the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter. A lob inside, and that's Parent with the takeaway, and then she gets fouled. There's a second personal foul on Jalea Page. And now the Knights come the other way as Parent tries to feed it inside. Now she looks to attack, flips it back out. That's Zimmerman. And Zimmerman's going to be called for a walk. She got to the basket and scored, but the shot will not count. With 2:33 to go, Northside takes over. Over to Nakor. Pull-up jumper by Tyree is good off the glass. Kendall Tyree able to knock one down from off the window. Back to the top of the key for Irick. Wide open is Parent from the free throw line. Her shot might have been blocked. Looked like it was blocked. And now Northside comes the other way. That was Woodson with the closeout. That floater on the other end of the floor wouldn't go. Stepping out of bounds was Kaylee Williams. Did a good job staying with that rebound, but could not stay in bounds. Here's Zimmerman. Finds Parent. Parent drives, and a foul. Foul is called on Kaylee Williams. That's her first. And Parent's free throw comes up a little bit short. Tierney Hoskins has entered the game. And Parent, no good. Battle for the offensive board. That's Zimmerman who gets it. And now here's Parent on the outside, rather. Entry pass. That one is knocked away, out of bounds. Luers keeps it. Back outside, that's Irick. Irick is open. Wasn't open for long. Kaylee Williams with the closeout. Back outside to Burton. Burton cut off. A little help side defense there from Kiara Smith. Down to 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Burton on the outside. Gets it over to Werman. Floater off the glass is no good from Zimmerman. Battle for the rebound. I think that was Hoskins who got it. A foul is called. It's going back to Northside. Northside's down 16. This game's not quite out of reach just yet. They got a chance to close out this third quarter with a made basket. Drive to the basket. Foul is called. The shot wouldn't go, but it looks like Kaylee Williams may be going to the free throw line or not. They called it on the floor. Inbound to Nakor, and she's fouled. That is on the shot. She'll be going to the charity stripe. 23.3 seconds to go. Some big free throws coming up here for Nakor, and she is able to knock down the first one. .3 left in this third quarter. Northside was held scoreless in the second quarter. Luers outscored them 10-0 that quarter as Nakor comes up short on that free throw. Luers has just barely outscored Northside here in this third quarter as well. 9-8 they've outscored them. But Northside's not out of it yet. But Luers with a chance to add to their lead as Parent dribbles around. Down to 6 on the clock. Parent drives, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line with 4.7 on the clock.
Foul number 22 for the third, team's fourth.
That first free throw rather for Parent is good. And I believe Parent is now up to 15 points for the game. Leading scorer for Luers on this particular night. She's had a heck of a third quarter, I might add. Second free throw goes. Kara Smith off the inbound. Comes down the floor, and the clock runs out. So that's the end of the third quarter. We're going to the fourth with Luers leading Northside 35-18. Back for the start of the fourth here on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level, catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
35-18 as we begin the fourth quarter. Luers on top of Northside. Luers outscored Northside 10-0 in the second quarter. There in the third quarter, they outscored them 11-8. Northside did score the game's first 6 points, but then after the Legends had a 10-6 lead, Luers went on a huge run. In fact, I believe they scored 18 points to close out the first half. Zimmerman, the fake pass. She's got Parent ready to set a screen. Instead gets the ball over to Reese Rodenhamel, and Rodenhamel is fouled on the way to the basket. Rodenhamel had a pretty solid second quarter that is. Excuse me, she hasn't scored in the second half yet. She does have a chance to change that, though. Free throw rattles around and in. So Rodenhamel is up to 8 points for the game. And her second free throw rattles out. And Aya Woodson with a fairly uncontested rebound there. And back the other way comes Hoskins. Davis will back it out, feeds that one over to Tyree. We've got more basketball coming up for you in just a matter of moments, actually. Bishop Dwenger about to take the core as Zaira Davis gets to the basket and puts it in off the glass. Update you on who that game is against in just a second. Bishop Dwenger's taking on Northrop. That's over at Northrop High School. That's girls basketball. Putback is good. That's Parent. Another bucket for her to add to her impressive night. And Parent is up to 18 points, leads all Luers scorers thus far. Here's Tyree, gets the ball over to Davis. A catch and shoot. Hoskins couldn't knock it down. And now Luers will come the other way as Parent has the ball knocked away. And here comes Woodson. Woodson to the glass. She's able to finish. Nia Woodson up to 9 points for the game for Northside. Zimmerman. They work it over to Parent. Parent looks to drive. Little Euro step to the basket, and Anna Parent puts it home. Tyree feeds that one over to Kiara Smith. I beg your pardon, that's Tierney Hoskins. Hoskins number 21, not number 2. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow, keep it with Northside. Northside's had some impressive looking shots in this game, yet they remain down 18. They were held scoreless in the second quarter. Luers has played a good bit of zone in this particular game. They're in the zone right now, 2-3 zone that is, as Hoskins is able to drain the three. And I believe that's Hoskins' first points of the game. Cross-court pass, and that's Davis, or rather Eyrick. Celia Eyrick with the bucket. Stretches out to a 17-point lead for Luers. Tough shot, no good. That's Parent who comes down with the board. Parent who has had a strong performance in this game. She swings it across the timeline to Zimmerman. Luers not in any kind of rush to take a shot. Not looking to drain the clock all the way down, even though you can do that with 4:24 to go in Indiana high school basketball. But that's Eyrick who knocks down the shot. But you're probably not looking to drain the clock all the way down to from 4:24 or 4 minutes plus anyway, even though there is no shot clock in Indiana high school basketball. But we get a timeout here. It's a full timeout, as Luers leads at 44-25. go ahead and give you an update on some of the other games going on. The only game going on right now on Summit City Sports is Southside versus Snyder, and Snyder is all over Southside in that one by the looks of things. Yep, 69-31, and yet to start we've got Dwenger versus Northrop girls basketball coming up, and later on we've got Blackhawk Christian versus New Haven, and that's boys basketball here on Summit City Sports. That'll be at New Haven High School. Well, the Knights of Bishop Luers with a great showing, despite the fact that Northside had the lead early on in this game. It was actually a close game after the first quarter. 14-10 was the score with Luers in the lead, but starting in the first quarter, Luers scored 20 consecutive points going all the way to halftime. Northside finally broke that streak with a couple of free throws to start the third quarter. But they've not been able to inch back within single digits since the second quarter began. Second quarter started with a single-digit deficit for Northside, but it's been Luers leading by double digits ever since about midway through the second quarter. Sarah Davis off the inbound gives that one over to Woodson. That's a long pass over for Smith. Shot is up, but it wouldn't fall, and Celia Eyrich has the rebound. Foul is called, and nope, not a foul, a timeout. A timeout taken by Luers and head coach Mark Pixley. And with that, we will take a timeout as well here on SummitCitySports.com. (44-25), Bishop Luers on top of Northside here in the fourth quarter with 3:52 to play. And a long inbound makes its way to Rodenhamel, and Rodenhamel is able to score in transition. That puts Rodenhamel up to 10 points. It's a pass over to Hoskins. Woodson swings it back to Hoskins. Luers looks like they're in the 1-3-1 zone. Floater is good by Anaya Woodson. And Anaya Woodson is up to 11 points. Here's Zimmerman. Zimmerman getting to the basket. She scores. Five points for Anna Zimmerman. As this is Davis trying to get it inside. Loose ball, and that's nearly a takeaway. Keegan Gatchell going after it. That's a jump ball. Possession arrow gives it back to Luers. Keegan Gatchell, one of just two available bench players for Luers tonight. To be their second straight win if they hold on, which it looks as though they will. But they'll get it with a very thin bench. Luers is next in action, looks like Tuesday night when they'll take on Belmont. Beg your pardon, that's actually Wednesday night when they take on Belmont. We got a jump ball meanwhile. Then they'll have a conference game on December 10th. That'll be against Northrop. Then we've got almost all of January left in the regular season. I believe it's early February when the sectional playoffs get started. A catch and shoot from Tierney Hoskins, and that's an air ball. It's going out of bounds. Luers will take over. 2:26 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Here's the inbound to Eyrich. Irick picked up defensively by Woodson, and she gets it to Zimmerman. Baseline drive by Ruthie Burton. Her shot wouldn't fall. That's knocked out of bounds off of North side. Stops the clock with 2:14 to go. Luers keeps possession, up by 21. Nobody's gotten into the bonus here in this second half. Each team has an even 5 fouls. Werman kicks it back outside, gets it to Gatchell. Off the glass, the shot is good, Lily Werman. I think Werman has her first points of this game. And Luers has a 23-point lead. That three is good. Kaylee Williams from downtown. Little baseline drive. That's off the bottom of the backboard on the shot by Burton. They get it to Woodson. Woodson with a sidestep. No good. Gets her own miss. Woodson has been doing some good work on the interior. That's going to be a jump ball, though, and unfortunately for Northside, the possession arrow sides with Luers in this case. Zimmerman looking to put it in play. That's a long inbound across the timeline. And there for the takeaway is Kaylee Williams. Williams racing across the floor. Just barely able to gather that time was Woodson. That's a catch and shoot by Tyree, and she knocks down the three ball. Kendall Tyree with, I believe, her first three of this game. And here comes Zimmerman down the floor. Zimmerman beats the pack. She'll work this one over to, it said 21. I don't have a 21 on my roster. Luers might have had some players from the JV squad called up for this game. Back down the floor, here comes Kaylee Williams, and she is fouled with 40.7 to go. They call the foul on Anna Zimmerman. That's only her first foul. 6-team foul against Luers. Not a lot of players in foul trouble tonight. As again, we've only had a grand total of 11 fouls the second half. 5 on Northside, 6 on Luers. Williams couldn't hit the free throw. Second one's good, though. And stepping out of bounds was Williams. That's going to be Luers basketball. Michael Wallace might not have been happy with that call. He didn't think she stepped in. Zimmerman will put this one in play. She's able to find Keegan Gatchell. Zimmerman loses the ball and a foul. They call the foul on Kaylee Williams. And whistles blow, and that's going to be a foul against Luers, I believe, or Northside. Nope, I think it is on Luers. Traveling, I beg your pardon. 23.5 to go. That's Tyree off the catch and shoot. Able to hit the three. Well, Northside with a nice closeout to this second half. Unfortunately, it's going to be too little too late. Kendall Tyree with her second three, but we're down to 4 seconds on the clock. Zimmerman throws it out to Werman, and Werman will just let the clock run down, and Luers will come away with a victory. (50-37) is your final. Bishop Luers over Northside And Luers will go to 7-3 on the regular season. Northside falls to 0-9. Well, it's time to announce our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game, and that player is going to be Anna Parent. Anna Parent finishes as the leading scorer, 20 points for this particular game. So congratulations, Anna Parent. She is the Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game. And Bishop Luers finishes with the win, 50-37 over Northside. And Luers will go to 7-3 on the season. Northside falls to 0-9, and that will do it. From here at Northside High School, we got more high school basketball tomorrow, including Southside taking on South Bend, Washington. That's boys. And then Leo girls taking on Columbia City as well. That'll be at about 7:20. And also the Wayne boys will be taking on Culver Academy. That's just a few of the games going on Summit City Sports tomorrow evening. We'll do it from here at By-Hay Arena on the campus of Northside. For my camera operator, Aiden North, this is Thad Goff saying so long. You've been watching high school girls basketball here on SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance. I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.